Good morning, dear students. Today we have 17 lecture that is about insect circulatory system. And in our today lecture, we have learning objectives of blood circulation in insects and function of blood. So, starting from the circulatory system of an insect, the circulatory system of an insect is different from those of vertebrates and also from many invertebrates in that way that the major portion of blood or hemolymph is not found within the confined system or closed system. So instead of that, insects have an open circulatory system, so called because the blood bathes the internal organs directly in the body cavity. Body cavity mean hemocoel. So the only conducting tube uh, is the dorsal vessel, which is a pulsating structure that is generally extended in length of the insect from posterior end of the abdomen uh, to the mouth, just beneath the brain in the head. So, the circulatory system of an insect is divided into main two portions. The posterior end, that is closed at the terminal part of abdomen, is called as heart portion, and the anterior portion that extended from the heart and proceeded to mouth or brain, beneath the brain, that portion is called as aorta. And this is actually heart is a pumping organ used to push the blood toward aorta, and from aorta then it circulated through the body. So on either side of the heart, in a segmental arrangement, and there are wing-like or ellery muscles. So these muscles are actually named as wing-like because they looks like wings, and these muscles vary in number, that may be 1 to 13 pairs depending upon the species of the insect. So, in addition to the pumping activities of the heart, various accessory pulsating structures are also present at the movement of hemolymph. So, they have been found at the base of antenna and base of legs, and also on the base of wings, and maybe within the mesothorax and metathorax. Actually, it is essential that during the flight, during the movement, during the running or locomotion, blood is needed in adequate quantity to perform the activities by these appendages. So, as insect circulatory system is an open circulatory system, the blood that is known as hemolymph flows freely through the body cavity, the hemocoel. The dorsal vessel, which is closed at the posterior end of the abdomen, this area will called as heart, and that will runs forward along the dorsal midline open in the head. That portion is called as aorta. So there are several chambers and openings called as ostia along the dorsal vessels where blood enters it through walls. Then the blood is pumped forward to aorta and into the body cavity. Hemolymph or blood is a clear fluid that is usually colorless or because of certain pigments and maybe slightly green or yellowish. However, in some exceptions, the blood may be red, for example, in different dipterans. Uh, Actually, in different dipterans are some diversity or of the blood is also found. The hemolymph makes approximately 5% to 40% of the total body weight of an insect, and this is also dependent upon the species. And normally, the pH of blood is slightly acidic, means it will be 6, and blood contains about 90% of water and inorganic salts like sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium. Then organic molecules, amino acids, sugars, molecules. Uh, then blood cells. Uh, Blood does not generally contain oxygen carrying pigments such as hemoglobin, but in some cases, uh, the blood color may be red and there may be some other reasons. So, flow by the help of general muscular contraction and movement. There are pumping muscles on the dorsal vessels. In an active insect, these muscles, as we have already discussed that, may be present, must be present in wings, legs, antenna, and other appendages to perform their activities perfectly. So, the pulse rate is controlled by hormones and it varies with temperature and activity of the insect. Either they are flying, either they are going through, undergoing through the molting process, dicel, walking, jumping, catching, or and they are doing some other activities. So, for example, an active moth have a pulse rate of 140 per minute, while the same insect in its pupal stage have a pulse rate of 1 per hour. So, from here we can see that the activity of an insect has too much influence on the pulse rate of an insect. So, if we inject a dye into a cockroach, it will take about 5 minutes to penetrate in the insect, while a human blood cell takes less than 1 minute to travel from heart to heart. The flow of blood is actually slow in insect. So there are several functions of blood uh, performed during different activities of the insect or during some physiological or morphological performances by the insect. So first of all, is lubricant. Actually, blood is also performed as lubricant for the flow or for the passage of different particles like during feeding or movement of sperm or eggs or any other uh, organisms or nutrients. So the second one is hydraulic medium that can transfer forces to different part of the body. So the most efficient hydraulic performance in insect is uh, in molting during molting process of insect. In molting, insect force blood toward the ecdysis lines in their head and thorax, and by this pressure the shedding of skin takes place. Then flies emerge from their puparium by using blood-filled projection in their head. Then the other function of blood is to transport different materials like sugar, fats, protein, waste, hormones. Here must should notice that blood does not contain carry oxygen. For this purpose, the insect have some specialized ventilatory system or respiratory system. Then, and the fourth function of blood is protection. Uh, that actually performed by blood cells. Phagocytosis is a phenomena performed by the blood cells, means ingestion of foreign particles such as bacteria and debris and other particles. Then encapsulation. These cells clumping around invading organisms. For example, internal parasites perform this function. Then detoxification, for example, rendering insecticide non-toxic. And these activities are actually the protection measures performed by the insect and their blood cells. Then defense. This defense phenomena is actually rare in insect. However, in blister beetles, they produce a strong irritant which is extruded in the blood through the leg joints when they have been attacked by any predator or any enemy. So in this way, we can say that blood perform vital functions for the development of an insect, for their feeding performance, and also indirectly their digestion systems. Then the most important is protection of insect through their blood cells by encapsulation of different internal or external particles, detoxification of insecticides, and then some ingestion of foreign particles or bacteria that will be inactivated while they have gone through phagocytosis or encapsulation or detoxification. So this was all about blood circulation, circulatory system, and functions of the blood. Thank you.